What's up, everybody? We're cooling off inside of a 2006 Infiniti FX35. You know, I haven't filmed one of these cars in a long time. I haven't driven one in a long time. I haven't been in one in a long time. I mean, this is a different type of vehicle. Now, this particular car is a all-wheel drive model. They do offer these pretty much standard with rear-wheel drive like most Infinitis. Infiniti is made by Nissan, if you didn't know. I'm sure most of y'all know that anyways. But with that being said, with no further ado, let's jet down the highway here and do our review. Alright, everybody, let's hit the road and see what this is all about. Now, one thing's for sure, the air conditioner is blowing nice and cold in this car on a hot day. You're going to want some AC for sure. Now, I would say this is probably more of a crossover vehicle than a SUV. You know, it's smaller, it's four-door. I mean, well, most SUVs are four-door, but again, it's smaller. So to me, this is a crossover vehicle. And one of the crossover vehicles out there back in '06 that you can buy that was Japanese, that seemed to be performance-oriented with some horsepower and torque and just fun to drive. Now, back in 2006, I was working for an Acura and Audi dealership. And of course, Acura had the MDX, which is a mid-size SUV, but to me that just doesn't really compete on the level of this right here. This is different. I'm trying to remember if in '06 the RDX was out. No, it wasn't actually. 2007 is when the Acura RDX came out, which I would say probably is about the size of this car, maybe even a little bit smaller with the Acura. But it was all-wheel drive, standard, with super handling all-wheel drive, and it came standard with a 2.4 liter turbo, and this comes standard with a 3.5 V6. So anyways, let's find a parking spot, let's get out, let's take a look. All right, everybody, so there it is, the '06 Infiniti FX35. Pretty sporty looking, right? I'm liking the silver with the black wheels. Got a gloss black wheel there. We'll get up close to them in just a moment here. Now, as y'all know, most of y'all know, we do, you know, these are for sale vehicles. They're for sale. So I like to walk around them and show you the current condition of them. And I'll let you know if it's got any dents, dings, scratches, imperfections. We'll let you know the mileage, the price, all that good stuff. The body on the car seems to be in good shape. The paint looks pretty good. You know, not bad, right? And grill's still looking great there. Headlights do have oxidation going on, and they could use some wet sanding or maybe even clear coated on there or something. They need some shine brought back to them, and they could look great again for sure. But everything's working. Blinkers are working. Fog lights are working nicely down in that bottom bumper there on both sides, so that's great. And so far, so good. Don't see a whole lot of dents, dings, or scratches on it. We'll make our way through. The rims look to be in great shape. I mean, I don't see any curb marks on any of them. You got a brand new set of Goodyear tires. They're a 265/50 R20, so a 20-inch wheel. Perfect size rim on the car. I mean, it looks good. And again, these Goodyear tires are brand new. That's one thing about this dealership we're at today, folks. I mean, they really do keep up with the vehicles and make sure they're in great condition for their customers to buy or finance. I like the chrome down on the bottom, chrome on the handles. Then you got these bars up here, those roof racks, they look nice. Sunroof, got a little antenna there probably for XM satellite radio. That was just kind of getting out there back in 2006. Getting real popular with the satellite radio, where they were putting it in about every vehicle you could, you know, think of. Taillights, LED, how about that? I mean, LED taillights were around, but just weren't on all the vehicles like they are now. Now, about every car, even a Kia, is going to have some LED lights somewhere. Dual exhaust, but very clean, you know, not a whole lot of dents, dings, or scratches on her. She's actually in really good shape, considering I haven't even had her washed here. Now, here is the thing, though. We just found one wheel that's got some issues. So that rim there's got a, looks like, I mean, it hit a curb right there. Not too bad, but it definitely, if you black that out and repaint some of these parts, probably wouldn't even notice that too much. But anyways, it is what it is. It's a good looking car for sure. Let's go ahead and open her up, take a look at everything. All right, so let's pop the hatch and see what kind of cargo room we got back here. Well, we got her unlocked. There is a backup camera right there. Obviously, I don't have the doors all unlocked. And, you know, I wanted to see if that was a power tailgate back there. Anyways, all right, now she's unlocked. Does look like you have the option of having some kind of smart key set up. There's the button there. So again, that was getting out there pretty popular back in '06, those smart keys. There we go. So yeah, we don't have a power tailgate on this particular vehicle, or there'd be a button of some sort up there. No big deal though. Shocks are doing a great job holding it up after all these years. And actually a fairly decent amount of room in the back of here. I mean, there's no third row seat. That's why I'm saying it's a crossover vehicle. No third rows. Crossovers were just getting popular here in the States back in this time frame. You got a first aid kit right there. Then you got something going on right here. Not exactly sure what's in there, but it's Velcro. And, you know, I thought that was first aid at first, but okay, that's all your manuals. I guess some kid did some robot drawing. Pretty cool. I like it. And so that's all your books and manuals for your navigation and all that stuff. Back in 2006, navigation probably was on a disc of some sort. Of course, I would unzip that and can't free up one of my hands to zip it back, so we'll come back to that here in a minute. You got your original mats, the Infiniti there. This is all very clean under here. Still looks brand new on the carpet. Even the latch there looks nice and new. Your spare tires up under there, and it's got the Bose subwoofer built into it. That was super popular back then. Acura had Bose subwoofers also built into the spare tire well. You got your back seats that fold down, 40-60 back seats split. It's pretty nice. Like I said earlier, you got your backup camera, your windshield wiper, your third LED brake light up there. Let's take a look at the seats in the back and all. You know, one thing people I think complained about back in this time frame was how tight it was in the back seat area on this car. Again, I was working for Acura and Audi at the time, and they sent us to Atlanta to test drive vehicles. I don't remember test driving this against the Acura MDX. Maybe, can't remember, but I do remember people saying, man, it's tight in the back of these cars. You know, it's the way the car's built, you know what I'm saying? It seems like the back of it just kind of starts dropping, sloping down, which gives it definitely a sportier, kind of exotic look. You got rear air back here. Again, back in '06, man, if you saw this on the road, you were like, my God, that's a beautiful car, you know, or it's different looking. Anyways, but seems to be pretty decent legroom back here. We're going to hop in and take a look. Before we do, let's get this seat in position. Seems like it's totally out of whack where the button's at, you know. Not feeling any buttons of any sorts. Guys, give me just one moment. All right, everybody, I've been out here for about 5 minutes now trying to figure out how to get the back seat back in position, right? It was very difficult. I'm looking for a spot to grab a hold of behind the seat or on the side or somewhere over here, you know, so we can recline that back and forth, and I just wasn't finding it, right? And then it dawned on me, oh, what is this little plastic thing right here? That right there is how you recline the seat. You pull it right there. So you probably wouldn't, it would take you a little while to find that if you weren't a car guru like myself. And it took me a little while to find it. But I'm 6'1". Here's the legroom back here. Okay, again, this seat is in position if I were one to drive today. So a 6-foot guy in the front driving comfortably. And that's the legroom in the back. It's actually kind of surprising. Let's take a look at headroom for a moment. Headroom not bad. I mean, we're doing pretty good. My head's not touching the ceiling. Now, if I was 6'6" or 6'3" or 6'5", it's going to be a little different, but a 6-foot man is just fine back here. You got those shit handles above every single window except for that driver window there, because your hand needs to be on the steering wheel. But headroom is just fine for myself sitting in the back. And I tell you, I'm not going to close the door. I don't know if child locks are on, but I've gotten stuck in vehicles before. But anyways, you know, it's not that tight back here. it's not an Acura MDX in the back, really big and open, or a Chevy Tahoe, right? But I think it's fine, depending on who's in the back doing what and getting what done. You do have, again, AC vents on the sides, nothing up on the roof lines or anything like that. Let's go up front and take a look at the seats up there. That's an important place because you're going to be driving this car, and you know, it's not a new 2019 model, but it's important. I still believe it's important for us to get out here and review cars, even older ones like this. It's held up really nicely here, folks. You got memory seats, power windows, auto up-down feature on driver passenger side in the front. This pops out just like that. A lot of storage in there. Speakers here. Again, you got Bose. The seats are in pretty decent shape. Infinity's on there. You got big side bolsters on there to hold you in when going around corners. You got perforated holes in them, lets you breathe and cool a little better on that seat. You can tell, you know, of course, it's got some rippage going on over the years. I mean, this is a heavy spot for your ass to roll in and out of all the time. And look at that, man. Someone just patched it right on up, didn't they? I kind of like that. That looks pretty cool. A lot better than leaving a rip there for sure. Anyways, another thing that somebody has done to this car to make sure that the dash doesn't get too deteriorated, because it's hot as hell here in Charleston, they have put one of these carpet dash mats on here. Now, sometimes people put those on there. Let me close my door here. Sometimes people put these carpeted dash mats on them after someone's dash is already all cracked up and ruined, right? And then some people put them on there just to go ahead and prevent it. Let's see what they did on this one. Got a mark there. Got something going on here. Look at that. Wow. Looks like it's got smallpox up on the dash. Wow, wait, look at that. So instead of this dash ripping and getting really torn up, look at that. That's interesting. It's really sticky, but it's sticky because they're trying to get this to stay on here. You probably use Velcro, you know, 3M sticky Velcro stuff, but that's the first time seeing that on a dash. Now, a lot of times, a lot of dashes are hard plastic, and when it's like that, then the dash cracks. Okay, Infiniti obviously used some kind of soft type. You know, it's soft touch. You can push it in, so it's not hard, so it's not going to crack. But it definitely started bubbling up really bad. And so that's why they put this on here. So if you're ever looking at a used car at a dealership or for sale by somebody, and this is on here, you might think, well, you know, hey, they're trying to protect the dash. But always pull it up and take a look underneath. Now, this is fine right here, okay? This is plastic. It's still good to go, right? And you can see where this thing's got some Velcro hookups there, but they just don't have it on. So this is just kind of laying here. This whole section moves on its own separately. But other than that, mileage is pretty good on this car. Look at the miles there, 145,381 for an 06. I'd say that's pretty low mileage for an 06, 145 on a Japanese car. Let's cut the headlights off for a moment. There's your screen, and let's see. All this is looking good. The buttons look great. They're not worn out where you can't see the words on them. That's nice to see. You know, I mean, a lot of cars, man, I'm telling you, the buttons wore out. Obviously, somebody didn't touch all this stuff all that much. You got dual climate control. Like I said, the AC works. You got a 6-disc changer in here. Anyways, trying to see if there was a nav button, but where would that be? I may be just totally missing it. You can hit that. Anyways, there's all kinds of options in here. Trip reset, fuel economy, radio, CD, display, seat track, all that. Anyways, I don't see any buttons that say navigation on there. So this might not have nav in this car, because usually they're going to have a button somewhere that says navigation. Okay? Anyways, but we do got radio, you know, climate control, all that. Mirrors looking good up there. You got your compass right there. You got your sunglass holders here. The sunroof's still working just fine. Okay, close that back up. Not bad. Let's go ahead and hit the road and see how the 3.5 V6 feels on the FX35 over 10 years later. All right, everybody, let's do it. Well, so some of y'all know, the price for this car at a pre-owned dealership now in 2019, they are asking $8,900 for this car. So $8,900. Let us know, what do you think about the price? Let's go ahead and drive her. I know this is going to feel good. All-wheel drive V6. I love how a G35 sedan or coupe drives. I mean, I love it. It's got a ton of power. Let's see how this feels. Woo! I mean, I'm not really giving it too much because we're in a residential area and I'm trying to follow the law. But man, that sounds good. And it sticks to the road. It feels good with them big old 20s. Suspension feels good. Let's hit it one more time. Got a little rattle of some sort in the exhaust. Not too loud, but definitely something to hear. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching today. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think about this car. Would you drive one? Would you own one? Have you owned one? If you have owned a Infiniti FX before, let us know what you thought about your car when you had it. Was it a great car for you? Was it a horrible car? And let us know. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.